Hey everyone, I'm George D, and I hate to break it to you, but if you don't know your major chords, then you're probably bad at guitar. Pretty much every song in the book contains these chords, so if you don't know them, then you have a problem. You need to know these chords. It's a basic part of playing music, it'll make it much easier to learn songs, and it'll keep you from being embarrassed in front of your friends. And remember to like and subscribe below, it'll help you get more videos and maybe, just maybe, become a good guitar player. So to begin, what's a chord? A chord is 3 or more notes played simultaneously. There are a few different types of chords, but today we're going to be looking at major chords played in the open position. So the chords we're going to be looking at are C major, D major, E major, F major, G major, A major, B major, and back to C major. So for the purpose of this lesson, we're going to be numbering our fingers from 1 to 4. So the pointer finger is number 1, the middle finger is number 2, the ring finger is number 3, and the pinky finger is number 4. So let's start off with the C chord. The C chord contains the notes C, E, and G. So you're going to place your third finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, your second finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, and your first finger on the 1st fret on the B string. Strum the bottom 5 strings only, and it should sound like this. So moving on to the D major chord. The D major chord contains the notes D, F sharp, and G. So you're going to place your first finger on the 2nd fret on the G string, your third finger on the 3rd fret on the B string, and your second finger on the 2nd fret on the E string. Strum the bottom 4 strings, and it should sound like this. So now on to the E major chord. The E major chord contains the notes E, G sharp, and B. So you're going to place your second finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, your third finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your first finger on the 1st fret of the G string. Strum all 6 strings, and it should sound like this. So now on to the F major chord. The F major chord contains the notes F, A, and C. So you're going to place your third finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and you're going to play 2 notes with your first finger. So you're going to bar the B and the E string on the 1st fret. Strum the bottom 4 strings, and it should sound like this. So now onto the G major chord. The G major chord contains notes G, B, and D. So you're going to place your second finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, your third finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Strum all 6 strings, and it should sound like this. So moving right along, we're almost to the end. So now the A major chord. The A major chord contains the notes A, C sharp, and E. So you're going to place your first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, and your third finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. Play the bottom 5 strings, and it should sound like this. So now on to our last chord, the B major chord. The B major chord contains the notes B, D sharp, and F sharp. So you're going to place your second finger on the 4th fret of the D string, your third finger on the 4th fret of the G string, your 4th finger on the 4th fret of the B string, and your first finger on the 2nd fret of the E string. Strum the bottom 4 strings, and it should sound like this. So that about does it for major chords. All of these chords are based on major scales, something we'll be going over in later videos. So practice these chords, memorize them. They're important. You need to know them. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for future videos, and keep practicing. Thanks, guys.